everyone. My name is Karylle, and welcome to Case Drama, the soon-to-be number one podcast in the entire universe. Yes, this is us manifesting and just sending good wishes into the world. Today, I am with a very special guest because, we are moving up in the world. And every time I see his interviews, okay, I met this guy online. So I am a stalker somehow, somewhat of a stalker. And we met online, and I want to say we are very good friends at this point in time. I am very, very, how do you say it? Still not naman very insecure. I think I would say I'm still not ready to face guests that I don't know, like personally. But I think Quicks is somebody I met online and is somehow now my friend. He watched me in Ramahari recently, and every time I see him on TV, I think he's gonna do a hip hop voice. So, because of that, I'm gonna introduce to you an illustrator, toy designer, graffiti artist, and a face that you can see in some Adidas shoes. Like, his face is on the actual shoe. This is how I describe to people how famous he is right now. He made this jacket, and I just want to introduce you my new friend, Quicks.
Hi guys, hello.
Yo, what's up, Quicks?
Hello.
I was watching your videos last night, and I kept thinking, here he is. He's going to do his hip-hop voice now. I'm watching it for 30 minutes. The hip-hop voice hasn't come up at all.
A lot of our collectors do joke about it nga na ano. They expect me to sound like to sound like a heavy or parang gangsterish.
Like a
And
gangsta.
they get surprised na ano, I sound like a kid. Young supple voice.
But
So
that's the
me.
rock star in you. I mean, you do you. You just keep it the way you want to
Alright,
do it.
Yeah, of course.
Expectation. I guess because of all the hoodies. Like, this is your jacket.
Yes, and I noticed that you really enjoy
I really love
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, it's great also for selfies.
Thank you for wearing it a lot. I see you on TV, you wear it.
Oh
I see you on
my
your
God. I am such a
Instagram
fan.
posts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So our connection is that in college, so I would be, let's just say, close enough batch to Quicks.
One batch only.
One batch
only.
ahead.
Oh,
So I'm batch 2002 in Ateneo, and your batch.
2004. So that makes it
Same.
two batches ahead. Yeah.
That's why I told you. I'm your ate. So anyway, my locker was right by your tambayan
bench,
or
yes.
bench. Yeah. So that's the cool people bench.
And now it's been our bench for like I think the legacy of that bench was more than 10 years.
So this is the
Berkman's, yeah.
Berkman's.
My older
bench.
brother, who is 6 years older than me, was part of that bench.
I see.
And then they'd always recruit new members every year.
That
That's
strict.
that's how it happened. So it just so happened as well that I've had a friend from grade school who invited me to be part of that tambayan.
Grabe, no?
And my brother didn't know that I was going to be there, but
Okay,
we had
with-
common friends. So we
Galing.
were able to connect the dots na ano. I was staying in
Yeah.
the same tambayan.
Ateneo is a school in Katipunan, Quezon City.
Yes.
And it is a co-ed college. And now actually grade 11 and 12 is co-ed as well.
Yes.
But when I entered college, my freshman year, I was stuck with my block because I was so intimidated by the bench culture.
Oh.
And it always freaked me out to go around and see the cool people in their benches because at that point, I had no bench. And we would walk around in groups of 20.
Oh, the
So,
whole block herd.
the-
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know this.
Mentality.
Yeah,
Hindi
I
naman.
know this.
Her, safety in numbers siguro yung term.
yeah,
Oo.
exactly.
So, natatakot ako dati. Tapos pag mag-isa ka lang, tapos dadaan ka sa mga bench, parang, oo. Alam mo, aning ka naman nila, diba? So,
Well, especially our bench, it was quite notorious for
Rowdy?
being a little scary.
a little scary.
That's
yeah,
why
so
if
it
you go
wasn't
there,
just me.
yeah, our bench has a part there na ano, no grass. And the older members would say that, yeah, there's no grass there because people would always avoid us. step on the grass.
Yeah, and this is by the guidance office.
Yeah.
Where we take that exam to check if we are taking the right course in college, but we are already in college. So you must, if you're taking the wrong course, you have to shift out.
Yes.
So that's kind of where you are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if I had classes upstairs. None. My tambayan, I don't know if I had a tambayan for freshman year, but we eventually had a tambayan by the CAF. And I think
Konyo bench, I think.
No. Beside Konya bench. But yeah,
beside
that
Konya.
side.
Okay.
So I think we had one bench there and then the bench right by the door. But I didn't even
Alright.
know how hard it was to keep that bench.
True,
Because you have to save it. Tapos, hindi siya pwedeng babakante para hindi ka mawalan ng pwesto sa world.
Yeah, territorial. Very territorial. Yung
Yeah, but now
bench
there are so
culture.
many benches in the campus. So, wala na. Corny.
I think it's kind of corny din na you can't like smoke in the campus already. Because during our time,
That's what
people
you
could
guys
smoke.
were known for?
Yeah, and we actually had a business there. We sold cigarettes to everyone. And I earned like 1,500 pesos per day.
An
during my
entrepreneurial
time.
man.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, you found a way to make money in school.
Yes, and even to the point
legal
that
or not legal, you had a business plan.
well, it wasn't legal, but we were able to secure the business because we would give the security guards and the teachers cigarettes too. So they'd be our friends. Oh, yeah. And also, we were able to control the market because there were other benches who tried selling cigarettes. And we talked to them politely not to sell.
I like this stuff. This is like cornering the market. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why, they say, when people say that you don't learn anything in school, you guys are wrong. You learn a lot of things in school.
I did. But to add to that, actually, maybe I was in second year. I hated the subjects already. I wanted to work. Because
Okay.
as early as second year, I already knew what I wanted to do, which was graphic design and art.
At that point in time, Waldo, one of our writers in Showtime, said
Waldo, yeah, good friend. Shout
you
out to Waldo.
he said you would do sketches already.
I
At
would
that
be like the
point-
designated artist when it comes to like school projects.
Group projects.
And I
okay.
also enjoyed like impressing girls with my art. Nung
So
medyo
paano,
baduy.
paano?
I would draw in class.
In
Then
class?
I'd notice that they would look at me na or something.
Attention.
Mga style na.
Parang doing the strokes.
Pa-impress
like,
lang. Yeah.
Binibigay mo yung artwork mo.
No naman. No.
Okay.
Unless it was for like a group project and I wanted to impress like one of my group mates na maganda. I'd really like
Okay.
do everything I could to impress.
Akala ko naman pinapamigay mo lang, hindi.
Hindi naman.
Kasi ang yaman na nila right now, if ever. Kasi parang vintage collection. But did your original sketches look anything like your present day artwork?
Yes. I have a high school friend, si Patrick from high school.
Mm-hmm.
One of his sketchbooks had a lot of my drawings in it. And recently lang siguro like last year, he showed it to me and I felt very nostalgic because I realized even back in high school, the Japanese robots were already a big part of my style and my vision.
Okay, so these are the Japanese robots. Tell us about these Japanese robots. They appear in which shows?
Tech 63, my main character, he's like my Mickey Mouse to my Walt Disney. And I developed him back in 2012, thinking if I had to do one toy to represent who I am, I wanted my childhood passions to be reflected on this toy. So Japanese robots, hip hop, and graffiti all rolled into one.
Cool.
And to answer your question, no 80s, me and my brother grew up watching Voltes 5, Daimos, Mazinger Z, Shider, all those Japanese robot shows that they would show sa IBC 13 or
Basta wala
RPM9.
kang cable.
Yeah, no, wala pang cable
gosh.
nung time na yan.
I can't say that I can relate because I think I watched the other shows. And as you can tell, I guess I look a little bit like this
Hello
one right
Kitty.
here. So Hello
Yeah.
Kitty. You gifted me with one of these.
Yeah.
So I have one at home. And just recently, I started to carry a Hello Kitty in my bag.
Oh.
And it's just one of those things. Siguro I grew up naman going to Gift Gate in Green Hills because my dad had a clinic
yeah.
there. And I was not allowed to buy anything.
We went through that Everywhere,
Diba?
yeah,
You
you
look
can't
at
buy what you want.
every toy and every stationery, but you
Yes.
can't buy anything.
I
But
went
now
through
that
that.
I can, I bought one little Hello Kitty nga lang.
Nice.
Pero alam mo yung ano ba tawag doon? Discipline of not buying everything. I still have it to this day because I did go online shopping for the Hello Kitty keychains
Nice.
and I bought none.
Oh.
But I looked at all.
I see. Pero
Like,
to add to your experience, a lot of our collectors are like that too. They used to want a lot of toys as a kid, but they couldn't buy it. But now that they're lawyers and doctors and rich businessmen, they can afford to like buy themselves what they want. So
right.
a large chunk of our collectors are like that. Kids who grew up and then
Not
they
allowed.
still want their toys.
I would walk around in
Yeah.
the store with my hands in my back because I was not allowed to touch the toys because touching them meant that I would want to buy them.
Oh, I see, I see.
So it was like a one step away from a purchase and I was not allowed that. But
I see, I see. We all went through something like that.
yeah, I guess
Yeah.
no. And actually during the pandemic, supposedly the sales of stuffed toys went up for adults. So I mean, I know you don't make stuffed toys, but I guess it's just these things that make us so happy.
Yeah, that's true.
Does it still give you joy? I mean,
course.
even if it's your business.
Of course. I think I made it that way. So I told myself that I'll find a style or a medium that I will never get tired of doing.
Uh-huh.
So even if as soon as I wake up, that's the first thing I think of, like the toys, the brand, you know. So I'm enjoying what I'm doing
That's
right
great.
now.
And maybe that's why they're not in boxes. I'm
So.
or are most of your toys in boxes still?
No, actually, that's one thing that we observed. As compared to like Funkos that you have to preserve the mint condition of it. A lot of our collectors love playing with it.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Taking
I
out
have
of the box.
mine. I'll show you mine.
Yeah.
So these are one of my favorite sneakers. You can tell because they're super dirty. And that's because I walk sakang. So the superstar, and then the other one says rivalry.
Rivalry, yeah. And they were actually released together by Adidas Philippines. I think that was back in 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, so it's
During
kind
the
of.
pandemic season.
And then these are the. This
The
is
text
it's
that
matching.
came with
Sorry,
the shoes.
I'll put it here.
So we didn't
Yeah.
design the superstars, but Adidas Philippines released those shoes with our toy as a part of the promotional.
Oh, perfect. And it
material.
behind it says MNL, which
Manila.
of course
Yeah.
we are so proud, Philippine
Yes.
pride. I am a big fan of the brand Adidas.
Same.
And the idea that you have these, is it still a collab? Is that what it's called?
Yes. Technically, they would call me a brand creator.
Okay.
So I'm an artist that signed under Adidas to be able to what do you call that? Market their brand through different means, non-traditional means.
Non-traditional
Like
means.
when I do graffiti or when I do toys or when we do wearable merchandise that features my characters, it's still what do you call that? Celebrating the heritage and the cultural impact.
Significance, impact
Adidas,
of Adidas.
being an
yeah.
icon for hip hop, and I've been enjoying working for them ever since.
Because you are hip hop.
Ah.
Despite the voice not being
Yeah, young Sapo
that
boy
of our
voice.
rapper.
Yes.
But okay, so
Sorry.
this is so Adidas. Like the three stripes, it's crazy. Like even Kitty is not wearing. No.
We wanted it to be
She only has two
three
stripes.
stripes. Yeah, but it was Sanrio and Kid Robot who actually told us to prevent IP related issues
Uh-huh.
if we came out with this toy. So we stuck with two stripes.
Two stripes. But I did watch an interview of yours that said the
Mhm.
three stripes were just really three stripes before. They were not legit Adidas yet.
Back in high school and college, I really enjoyed wearing superstars already.
And
And,
they're so
uh,
big right now, no? For something that's so old.
Yes, exactly. So when I formulated the design of tech, it already had the three stripes, but without the permission of Adidas. Yeah. So 10 years after 2020, 2019, they finally approached us and it became a legitimate Adidas collab already. So I'm
That's so
very proud of that.
crazy. Yeah. So before it was, what would you call that though?
A bootleg, I guess.
Bootleg,
Yeah.
no?
No permission.
No permission. But at that point in time,
Mhm.
I guess the amount of attention that you were getting is not the same as now. How did you introduce your toys, your brand to the public at that point?
There was this artist that I really admired from New York, si Lord. I was telling your cousin earlier. Back when he was starting to become a toy designer, he was really, really frustrated that not a single toy company invited him to make a toy with them. So what he did was he learned how to use silicone molds and resin to make his
Okay.
own toys in his own studio. That I found very interesting. That it was out of his frustration that he made his own toys.
Don't wait for the invitation.
Yeah. So back in 2012, like art toys weren't really a thing in the Philippines. So I saw what he did, and I started making my own TXC3s using water stop and silicone mold and resin.
Water stop. What
Yeah.
what is water stop?
Water stop is like what do you call that? Part A, part B compound that when you mix, it hardens after 24 hours, and it's a plumbing material that a lot of
Okay.
toy customizers actually use up until
Okay.
now. And it's very, very local, very, very easy to find in any
Okay.
hardware store. So that's what I did. I just made my own
Plumber.
Texas
So
trees before.
connected pa rin pala to kay Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Plumbing is the game. So, okay, so you just made your own way and found your own materials.
Yeah.
You didn't have to buy anything expensive because it is something that you can source easily
Exactly.
here.
It was purely experimental. I watched YouTube videos to
Okay, you're not a
teach
chemist
myself.
at
No,
all.
not at all. But it's actually my mom who warned me that the materials you're playing with is probably cancerous. So at one point, she advised me to find other suppliers that would be able to replicate my prototypes.
So
And,
prototypes lahat ng ginawa mo for
From
how
then
many
on,
years?
I found a supplier who was doing figurines of angels for Saint Paul.
Oh my gosh. I would know that
Yeah.
because my lola just ordered like, can you please send me? And she lives in
Oh,
Vegas.
I see, I
Yung
see.
mura lang ha. Yung mga angels. Kasi
Yeah.
at one point, she loved sunflowers. But one day I got a call from my grandmother. She's in her
Oh,
80s in Vegas.
I
And she
see.
says,
Nice.
sunflowers are... no. What did she
Sunflowers.
say? Butterflies are out. Angels are in. So I think
They have their
that's
own
what you're
trend,
saying.
and they have their own trend among old people.
Right,
What to
yeah.
collect. Oh, that's interesting.
Diba? Collectibles. And she wanted to give each grandchild an angel.
Oh, that's
so
cute.
that's the same
Oh.
material that you're using.
Yeah. So, si Ate Chi, she's from Pasig. She runs a business of doing small figurines. Back then, they had to learn through the years how to make the toys as clean and as polished as how the Americans do their collectible vinyl toys. But eventually, they got it. So, a lot of our collectors actually price or put a high premium on the old stuff that I have. The rougher or the uglier it looks. Some collectors really want
Kasi
that.
baka close to the prototype, no? They wanna see that and feel that. Yung parang, ito yung gawa talaga ng kamay niya. Parang
Exactly.
it's
I
not
think, yeah.
machine printed or anything. Is anything machine printed?
Of course, the new ones, the ones that we order through China, the factory made very, very clean, and the packaging is very like commercial grade. Are all like made out of PVC plastic already.
PVC
The
plastic.
vinyl
But
ones.
originally, vinyl, as in same as the albums? No.
I think in a way, yes, they use the same resin, but the way they make these toys they're a bit more harder, and kids can actually throw them around and it won't break. Vinyl records would break if you throw them.
Yeah, parang it wasn't made to last in that way.
But I know of a subculture that pirates vinyl, so they actually also use silicone molds and I guess vinyl material to pour on it. So yeah.
Subculture. Okay. So the culture of toys, is that what it is? And then the subculture of...
I know this is a different thing already, but people who bootleg vinyl records,
Okay.
they would pour...
Parang pirated CD.
Yes, yeah. They can do that. They use silicone molds to
Press.
get the imprint of the vinyl record.
And you can pirate the music?
Yeah, they do that.
I didn't even know that you could
That
pirate that.
exists. That
Even the
exists.
backmask kaya.
Probably,
Baka,
yeah.
baka mawala yung
Yeah.
backmask if you do it that way.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. I don't really know a lot about toys because syempre growing up, I had my Barbies and
Of course.
I had Play-Doh.
Of
I
course.
had a carousel, come to think of it, which is a play
Carousel,
I
yeah.
did. And it's
We
my
used to play,
necklace.
my sister and I used to play a lot of Play-Doh. And I remember how it tastes because I eat it.
Which color tasted good?
They all taste the same actually. And they taste a little salty and a little plasticky.
Did you at least try to make them food? Kaya mo siya
Yeah,
kinain?
yeah, we do. Yeah,
Pizza,
yeah.
hamburger,
Hamburger. We had
ice
those like
cream. I had the ice cream, yeah.
My sister had that like machine types that when you press it,
Yeah. Like the
spaghetti would go
grocery.
out.
Oh yeah, I think I had the
Yeah.
same one.
yeah.
It's good that you were allowed to play as a child. Ako kasi at a certain point, I was so makalat na the toys stayed in the box. That's why I guess I mentioned kanina that I like that the toys are out because it
Yeah.
makes no sense to me if the toys are in boxes.
True. Yeah. Toys are toys. They're meant to be played by kids.
I
you
know. And now that I actually carry some in my bag, it's a bit already crazy because I'm
That's
always
cool.
squeezing it and just trying to like it. Every photo that I take, I want to make sure that my toy is seen.
Yes. Yeah, we think the same. We do that
Yeah.
too. But maybe mostly for advertising our own stuff. We're always ready with one tech. So that when we go abroad or when we go to a special place, we're ready to
Actually, when you
take
gave me
photos.
this, I was thinking of how to put a hole
Oh,
so that
for
I
a
could
bag.
put it in my bag.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess you'll just have to make keychains for me. Wow.
Yes. We do have them from Martian Toys, our producer
Martian
in the US.
toys.
We have
like
a
Marvin the
few-
Martian?
No, I think they just got the name for being outside of the Earth, being
Yeah.
outsiders. So,
Yeah.
which is us actually.
I do
We're
get
outsiders from.
I do get you're an alien a lot. And at first I didn't understand. Is it because I'm weird? I'm like, okay, I'll take that.
I think we're just outsiders in the sense that our toys aren't the ones that you see on commercially made toys like in Toy Kingdom. You know, we make our own toys and we're independent that way.
Independent. But aside from making these toys, you also do graffiti.
Yeah, I have like a very very strong passion for graffiti and
Really?
for the culture of it.
Oh, the culture of it means that it's fleeting and that it will disappear at some point, diba?
I don't think so. No. Like I think it's here to stay. Graffiti.
It's here to stay. What do you mean? Like no one's gonna paint over it, or
Oh,
you're okay with that? Like,
okay.
do you
No,
cry
no,
a
no.
little knowing that it's gonna get painted over?
Not really, in a sense. I was taught by the culture itself, or how I observed it, that as long as you've taken a few pictures of it, you should be okay. That the next day it's not there anymore.
The next
Yeah.
day, parang ang sakit, no? But
Nah, no worries.
I actually love seeing graffiti on walls, and my husband Yael, in my opinion, he looks best when there's graffiti behind him. So I'm
Nice.
gonna check out your latest. Is it called an installation or your latest
Creation, I guess.
creation,
Yeah. A better
which
word for
you
it.
did with a lot of artists from all over the world, and this is the meeting of styles.
Yeah, my good friend Drip63 always hosts this international event called the Meeting of Styles. And for this year, we did it in Taguig City in along C6. It's a place, a park that has a lot of container vans in it. And they allowed us to paint on those surfaces.
So people can still check this out.
Oh yeah, I think whenever we painted there that last year, and our works actually remained for the entirety of the year up until we went back there to paint again.
To paint over it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, galing. Because I guess that's part of the culture. And
Yeah.
I guess you have to appreciate it because you know it's going to be gone.
I know, yes. But I
So-
think as long as you've taken photos of it and it's
Yeah.
on your Instagram feed, that's forever na, di ba?
That's
So,
forever. And
that's
you've
okay.
done this in other countries as well?
Yeah. I was able to paint my Tech63, I guess, in China, in the States, in Singapore once, in Hong Kong once, and in Indonesia a lot of times because every year I go to Indonesia. I think in Southeast Asia at least, Indonesia is one of the most like biggest graffiti cultures. in the world.
More of graffiti rather than the
Latino.
toys, or both?
More of like graffiti and art in
In general.
general.
Oh, cool.
Toys, they're just warming up now. But we're also fortunate enough to be able to build a community of Quicks collectors, even in Indonesia at the moment. So
Nice. Community of Quicks collectors. So I did see one, I don't know if it's a collab or was it a gift to you. It had your face on it.
oh, I'm very honored that a lot of our collectors and artist friends would give me those like Quicks custom toys
So
every
that's
time.
you.
Yeah.
That's not by you.
Not by me. I'm not sure of what you're talking about, but a lot of them
It's
give
like
me.
your face eh.
Is it like a doll, a realistic 1:1 person? Does it look that way?
Oh, no. Parang ganito.
Maliit lang.
Maliit
Oh yeah, I
lang.
think one of our collectors customized it
For you.
for my birthday. Yes.
Wow. Did he create it or did he order it?
I think he created it. He's an artist too. So
I see. So
he customizes things and he customized one for myself for my birthday.
I
Yeah.
see. Wow, no. I mean, that's like fan art.
Yeah, I guess so. Yes.
Diba? Fan art for you. But you are now the inspiration and also the model,
Oh,
the muse.
yeah.
Did you ever think the day would come? Kasi syempre, here we can't exactly see the face, diba? Tapos, once you unveil or remove the mask, parang it's you pala.
Yeah. I did not imagine that this would come because it's also part of the graffiti culture that you don't show your face because a lot of the vandals would be caught by police
That's
and
right.
they really don't show their face. But for my end, the graffiti I do is usually with permission, not
I
illegal.
know.
So I guess my face is as like rough it looks. I think it's safe for me to show myself.
Oo nga, no. I mean, train tracks, there's a lot of graffiti.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I
you
was
should see
traveling.
the MRTs in Makati.
How do they do it kaya? Like,
The more impossible it looks, the more street cred they get. That's why they love these challenges.
okay.
Under the bridge or like a pillar. If you look at Pasig River, there's a pillar there under the bridge of Makati that has graffiti on it. And you'd think like how the vandals, the graffiti artists, reached that point. They swam. They actually swam.
And
in their
that's
bag.
street cred.
Yeah.
I can't
Someone
imagine.
for someone to swim Pasig River is already a feat. It's
It
deadly.
it is something. I don't know if it's a feat, but yeah.
So it's an expression of how passionate they are
It's
for graffiti.
about passion and maybe something like for the earth. Who knows? I'm really one with this. I want to say even maybe that's my interpretation.
Yeah. It's more of I think graffiti in a sense, like what my good friend Clogtu would say. In any city that you see graffiti, it's an expression that they're alive. There's a human in that
Right.
concrete jungle. Someone is alive and someone is expressing that I've been here. My name,
I'm
Quicks has been
alive.
here. Yeah.
Going by your story about the doodles that you
Yeah.
made as a high school and college student, I think my graffiti will look like hearts.
Hearts. Oh, nice. I've seen that. Yeah.
Smiley faces
Question.
and flowers.
When you guys do graffiti, do you use stencils and everything?
Some of them do. It's a known form of art, like but that's more like a street art. It's not considered as graffiti.
Gotcha.
But I know who you're talking about, like Banksy and Shepard Fairey.
Yeah.
They're very well known for using stencils. It's a method of doing it fast and a method of doing it consistently.
Is there like more street cred if you don't use stencils?
Yes, I think so. Well, that's my personal belief, but from what I've observed, you're considered as a street artist if you use stencils. If you do freehand, that's more like more accepted or more respect.
You're like an artist god.
Not really. More points for you.
Yeah,
if
More
you don't
points,
use-
yeah.
Okay, that's
So-
it. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
For
Yeah.
example, like when you did Meeting of Styles, that was this summer in the Philippines.
Yes.
The heat
really
was
hot.
maybe 40 degrees. So,
More, I think.
More?
Yeah.
And we don't even know the heat index that day. So I think street cred to you guys for doing all that work
Well, we
and not
actually.
melting.
Thank you. But we actually do it like late in the afternoon.
That's
So
still
it's a
hot.
little bit cooler. And that
Oh, it's by the
along
water?
C6, yes. It's the breeze is very nice. So my sister actually enjoyed staying there when they watched me paint. So a lot of our collectors and my family would watch
They
us.
watch you paint.
Sometimes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, that is different because it's different. I would imagine if my family watches me like in an aircon theater, but this is
Mhm.
like support. This is
Yeah,
real
yeah.
support. Nakapayong? Wala na.
No, no, it's not needed. Fortunately enough, that facility is not as hot as you would
Mhm.
think. Yeah, it's a bit comfortable.
But that is love,
Mm.
no? So has your family always been supportive of your art, your
I think,
passion?
yeah, I think we were born and raised by parents who were very supportive. And I don't think my sister and I realized this up until we were able to compare our parents to the other parents that our classmates would have. We would
Mhm.
just like think that they're our parents and they act that way. But
Right.
looking back at how my parents were, they were very supportive of my art. They never pushed me to do another career that they wanted for me.
Uh-huh.
They were always very encouraging. So my father is like a veteran, or what do you call that? A very, very
Soldier?
loyal employee of PLDT for more than 35
I
years.
see. Oh.
And when I was like 8, 9 years old, starting around that time, PLDT would always hold an art contest like once or twice a year.
Oh my
And my dad would like
gosh.
encourage me, hey, join, join.
No way.
Even if I never won a single contest of PLDT, I was always there.
They have to look for this artwork right now.
Yeah, I don't know
Where
where it
is
is.
it?
I don't know.
So PLDT has it.
Probably threw it away. There's too many.
But then it would be nice to check the archives, no?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
how old were
This
you
was
then?
like eight, starting at 8 and 9, up until I was a teenager.
Sorry, you were gonna say
Uh,
it was.
what do you call this? It was a big room, like maybe one of the hallways of Mega Mall, and there were a lot of kids, like maybe 200
Ah.
kids,
Wow, that
drawing
many.
on the floor.
All kids of employees.
Not only, I think it was open to everyone, but it was
I
a PLDT
see. Sponsored
sponsored
event.
event.
Oh,
Yes.
galing.
Yeah. Well, looking back at it, I would have like told my dad, "Hey, find a way to make me win or something."
No, but you're
Like an
winning
executive in
right
PLDT.
now. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
think the real win there was the support your dad's always had for you. And for
Yeah,
him
yeah,
to know that
exactly.
you had that much talent at that age and that you needed to be siguro din in a competitive event. You know,
That's
parang
true.
that brings
Yeah.
out a different kind of siguro
I think so. Yeah.
spirit, a fighting spirit then in
I agree.
in somebody. So
I agree.
amazing.
And even like after high school, um, a lot of people were advising me to go to UP or UST to get into fine arts.
Mhm.
But it was my parents' like advice. They didn't even push me. They just seeded the idea to me like, why don't you stay in Ateneo and
Because you're
get a
Ateneo
business?
grade school?
High school.
High school,
Yeah.
okay.
So this was like my transition from high school to college. When I
Mm-mm.
was thinking about my future, they told me like, yes, of course, fine arts would like teach you a lot of things, but we think like you're already good at art, so why not stay in Ateneo and get a business course
What course
since
exactly?
they don't offer any art courses. Eh.
At that point, no?
Yeah, the closest thing I had to art was through graphic design
Mm-hmm.
in Comtech.
Oh my God, that's my
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, same.
So what
Comtech.
are you BS management, major in communications technology management?
Exactly. Wow, you got it.
That's my course too. Comtech is high tech.
Yeah, and my sister too.
You
Yeah,
also.
Comtech. We were both what do you call that?
God.
We passed asset as management engineering students.
ME
But
nerds.
We I applied for the shift like on my third day of
Sakto,
college.
because you're right. Your tambayan is right by
Exactly. Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
call that? The guidance
The
office,
guidance
where you can
office.
figure out that you need to shift.
Exactly. So I was checking the course
Wow.
outline of management engineering, and I got scared and intimidated that
ME, yeah.
most of it was math. And I wanted the units in art. So I shifted to a course that offered a lot
That's
of
third year?
third day in school.
A third day. Okay.
After seeing the course outline,
Mm-mm.
I wanted out.
So
I
or
wanted
sem pa
something.
lang, orientation seminar, like wrong.
Yeah,
Wrong.
I was already seeing the course outline of 4 years.
Talaga. Hindi ka naman nag-shift out dahil merong maganda sa Comtech.
Hindi. mas
Ako
mga-
pala yan. Wow. Kasi yung iba ganun, di ba? But at least
Crush.
you checked
Crush
the
this.
outline right away.
Yeah, and I wanted graphic design. I figured that if I wanted to do business out of art, graphic design was my ticket to
Cool.
doing
And
this.
that's a CS class?
Computer science, yes. Yeah, yeah, actually.
So
A
what?
lot of
Faura is a Faura.
Faura, yes. I had a
Class.
lot of nights I spent in Faura actually
Ah.
because of my brother naman. My
Okay,
brother
6 years
was
older.
6 years older. I was back in high school and he was computer engineering and
Okay.
physics CE. And I would stay in the Faura lab to wait for him to go home because I
Oh
was just like
yeah, like when you
hitching
go
a
up, it's
ride.
on the right.
Yeah. I was hitching a ride with him
Oh.
every day from high school. Since nandun din lang din ako.
Okay, okay,
And
okay.
I was
Ah, so
exposed to
nakiki-computer ka na.
yeah, oh. That was the earliest years of the internet that I experienced
Right. Okay,
back in 98, 99.
and
Yeah.
when I was in school, we had to buy the giant floppy disk, which was
Oh
called a
yeah.
zip drive.
Yeah, the zip
Did you have a
drive.
zip
Yeah,
drive?
yeah, yeah. I had to go through that. I had a plastic container having all those discs.
Those zip
inside.
drives were so expensive. I had to buy my own. Oh,
Oh my
we
God.
all had to buy our own external zip drive with giant zip drive diskettes.
Yes, the blue one.
And they
diba?
were
It
so
was blue.
expensive. Yeah.
But I think you also went through the phase of the 3.5 floppy disks.
Yeah.
That was
I would
what
play
I used
what was that game? Oh, I did print
King's
shop.
Quest,
No,
Ano?
I'm so sorry. I'm so corny.
Family Feud.
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego
where in
was
the
my
car-
game.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, my cousin is here. He's nodding along.
Yeah, I like that game too.
Yeah.
But we used to play a lot of Family Feud and Larry Bird versus Michael Jordan, the
Oh
basketball.
gosh, I
one.
didn't have those games. Parang I
Oh.
had Where in the World is Carmen San Diego. That was it.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember what else.
King's Quest was like a
MS-DOS.
text-only type of
It's kind of like that game,
role-playing game.
that show. Sounds no, that show on Apple TV, but
Family Feud is actually close to the
the real game.
yeah.
I mean,
that
yeah,
was
the
fun
real
to-
TV
Yeah,
game.
that was a good game, I think. Mm.
I know we should bring those things back. The floppy disks were fun.
It was.
The dot matrix printer was fun. That's why I can't even imagine. Like, do you ever play with those 3D printers? Because I did
Mhm.
go to an EdTech conference and I was looking at all the things they had, and
Yeah.
one of the things that interests me would be like
3D
the 3D printers. Do you play with those like as like a pastime?
Before, when we were doing toys back in 2012, we
Mhm.
didn't have nice technology back then for 3D printing. So we actually had to sculpt. But nowadays, with the advent of like very affordable, high quality 3D printers, we also use it too.
There's very affordable ones.
Yes,
Like, what
yeah.
is the price range?
Around like 30 to 40K, you have
Okay.
a decent 3D printer. And when I say decent, it's not like the ones that you'd see before that had a lot of print lines on it.
Like a
It
dot
prints-
matrix.
Yeah, it prints like very, very clean prototypes now. Like
Clean
seamless.
prototypes. And I guess it's an investment if that's your business.
True. Yeah, yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Oh,
And not
okay.
just for like toys, anything that has to do with the industrial design, I think
Yeah.
can use that machine.
Gosh,
So
now if
it's
I
pretty
were
dope.
in school now, I would be handing out such wonderful projects.
Ah,
Just print this. Yeah, okay.
that's true. Actually, I envy this generation because the amount of like knowledge and the amount of hardware that they have,
Mhm.
we didn't used to have back in our time. So they have a nice, good access to how to make toys and anything they want. Actually,
Yeah, but it was fun figuring things out the
On
old
your
school
own.
way.
I
Yeah.
agree.
There is some achievement felt there.
I agree. And actually, going back to retro games, I think there's a level of imagination that we used to have when we played like these really, really old games
Mhm.
that now these kids don't enjoy because everything's so hyper realistic.
Hyper realistic to the point that it's hard to distinguish where you are. Like,
And your imagination isn't like tickled as much.
yeah, but
Because before you had to imagine like playing Roadrunner or like
Wile E.
Mario.
Coyote ba yan?
Oo. It made you imagine how it would look in the real life scenario
Oh my
what you were
gosh.
playing. diba?
So funny because
'Cause
in
like
my head,
pixels.
I was watching this one cartoon, Rainbow Bright.
Oh, Rainbow
And I
Bright.
know these are not the shows you're watching.
No, I know Rainbow Bright. Though.
But yeah, I
Oh.
was imagining going up the rainbow. Being the princess. But yeah. Yeah.
It made you you had another step of imagination for you
Right.
to imagine how it would have played if it were happening in real life. diba?
Yeah.
As opposed to like the 3D games you have now that it's fed
Gosh,
to you.
I'm
already.
remembering all my toys now. I did have a lot of Popples. I had Cabbage Patch
Yeah,
Kids.
she had one.
And yeah,
My
your
sister.
sister had one, Ludi. And then I also had, well, I really had a lot of Barbies. My parents were separated when I was young, so I had a lot of toys.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they came from Green Hills. My dad was a dentist in Green Hills, and he would buy me a lot of toys.
Nice.
And yeah, Popples. Ano pa nga ba yung iba?
For girls, Polly Pocket was
Polly
dope,
Pocket
but
is so big right now. Like, I have a friend.
the vintage ones are collectible.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
you can find them and what did I get? Yung piñata, like a piñata. And then
piñata.
piñata Polly Pocket, tapos may freebie pa na isa pa. So,
I see. Very memorable for me. My sister had a clamshell, parang makeup kit. That when you opened, it was like a dollhouse.
yeah, man.
Ang galing. Pero ang galing ng imagination ng, I guess, toy engineers back then.
Oh yeah, but
And the male counterpart was Micro Machines
oh, I never
that I
saw
really,
that.
really liked. Like,
Maliit din talaga.
you'd open it and it was a city where you had like small cars that you
Kind of
could
like a Polly
drive.
Pocket.
Yeah, for
Micro
men.
Machines.
For boys, I mean.
I guess engineering does come into play, no? Parang
A little bit for our toys,
the
yes.
toys have to be upright.
Yep.
Do you make your toys move? Because I do remember that mine has extra arms, so
Yes.
it can not dance.
For vinyl toys, market-wise, a lot of collectors don't really care about the mobility of it or the amount of parts that move. But we also have another format, which is the action figures
Oh,
made by Devil Toys.
I see.
Those are like G.I. Joes with real dresses. And that one has a lot of like articulation on it.
Gosh,
even down
time
to
to,
the, like,
make
the
your
wrist.
Encantadia toys. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
Derek
Yeah, I love
Mark
it.
is your friend. No, I actually
Oh, yeah, Derek
have a
Mark.
prized possession na Derek Mark Reyes gave me,
Yep.
and it's like my Elena toy.
Oh,
like
nice.
based on
Oh,
yeah.
cool, cool.
She's usually here, but
Was that
she's absent
customized
today.
by an artist?
Yes, it
oh,
was.
that's
So,
cool.
yeah, actually, I do see a lot of people say, "When are you gonna have this like out in the market?" So yeah,
I see. Well,
that
yeah,
is time for that meeting because they are coming out with Sangre very soon.
that's cool. We have a lot to thank for Derek Mark. Derek Mark was very instrumental for us to connect with Telex Success, who allowed us to do the Voltus 5 collab
Right? Yes.
2 years ago. So shout
He
outs to
directed
Derek
that.
Mark.
Yeah, Derek Mark Reyes.
And that was for like one of our most successful independently produced toys to date.
Cool.
So a lot of people really liked
Oh
what
my
we did.
gosh. If you want the Encantadia
Voltus 5 Tech
collection,
63.
comment down below. If you get how many reservations would it take for you to consider creating it?
What do you mean, like how many
Kunwari,
reservations?
diba, people now, they like to say na if you get so X amount of orders, it will be enough for the collab to happen
I see.
cost-wise.
We've never experienced that actually. I think we don't have that luxury of like getting the pulse first before we produce the toy. We just like it's part
go
of the
for it.
risk. Yeah, part of the risk.
The
like,
risk is part of the fun.
It's
It's part of the art.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never know how it'll do, but so far we're fortunate enough that most of our stuff are like what do you call that? Well received by our
Maganda ang
collectors.
pulso.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not doing the exact market research for it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we don't do market research
So
actually.
everything
Not
is
that
just
much.
here.
Passion, yeah. The stuff that I love, I've been doing, and I think I get to connect to the people who grew up during my own time. The same people who likes Japanese robots and hip hop and graffiti that grew up together during the 80s and the 90s are also the
Oh,
same
yeah.
people who like my toys.
And at this point in time, it just makes everyone so happy. No, I mean, just even being reminiscent of crazy things like the floppy disk. Well, I don't know why it brings me so much joy.
Yeah, me too. Oh.
And even on the radio, on Good Times, we do talk about old stuff a lot, especially like the past couple of months. And we're like, what is up with all this reminiscing? But it's just fun to do it collectively then. And
I think so. I think there's a sort of nostalgia that these things bring us back to like the old times that we think things were better.
or simpler.
Even if or simpler. I was talking to your cousin JP a while ago, and we were talking about like the music from before, like the late 90s, early 2000s, the rave scene. That was a type of music that I really dug during those times, and even up until now, like I still get to connect hardest when I hear this type of music.
I see.
Yeah.
And it's like live. You like live music, or are you more of a
By myself,
sound tripping by
sound
yourself?
tripping, yeah.
Then why aren't there headphones on the toys?
I guess there were a few of our releases that had headphones,
I
but
see.
because if you do one on tech, it would look awkward since
Uh-huh.
his ears are inside the helmet. So
Got it. So the music must be in his soul.
yeah, but we've done a few what do you call that? Toys that have earphones on it. The music is also a big part of my influence. I'd
Yeah,
say.
the hip hop culture.
Hip hop culture, and even like the electronic house music is
Ah, pati yun. I see.
during the early 2000s, late 90s.
So the reason why we connected, and you've mentioned my cousin, is because my cousin, who I grew up with, I'm his ate, and he's my baby brother,
I see.
but cousin.
Yeah.
El, my husband, actually caught me calling him my papa. He's like my baby.
Yeah.
So he suddenly told us that he wanted to make toys, and
I
this
see.
confused me to no end. I was like, what?
What year was this?
I
Do you
don't
remember?
know. Like just before the pandemic.
I see.
I was like, what do you mean you want to make toys? I'm the unsupportive ate.
Uh-huh.
I'm not like your dad in any way or your parents. So I was just like so confused. What do you mean you want to make toys? It was so unheard of. Especially for me, because the toys I knew were Barbie.
Yeah.
Or
Commercial ones.
or the really, really expensive toys. I mean, right now I've been like displaying like toys of characters that I play on in theater, which like Ramahari, things like that.
Cute, actually.
Super cute.
We
So
watched the play and this really looks like you.
right, he watched my play.
Even with the white shirt though.
Diba?
Yeah.
Here you go.
That's really you.
That's
The
me.
ballerina shoes.
So these are the toys that I've been super
That's cool.
appreciating right now. And it brings me so much
I
joy
put
to
her
see
here.
them. And their gifts. Hang out with your friends, Tech.
My friend na si Tech.
Sita, si Sia. And I think, sometimes they design it or they're finding creative ways to just show their love or connect with my own art and your own art. Diba? Parang all these universes are kind of colliding. And it's great.
That was really cool.
I
Actually, we did enjoy your play a lot.
Thank
and
you. Did
I
you hear
actually
the
like
shout out? So national artist Alice Reyes, because that show that you watched was the show that I bought, and
Yeah.
we were trying to promote this concept called Artists for Artists.
Yes. Yeah.
So a lot of the students who watched for free,
Yes.
and they were sponsored by people from all over the world,
Mm-hmm.
especially Filipinos from America. Tito
From the
Martin,
States.
I think, bought 100 tickets,
Oh
things
wow.
like that.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it was a really beautiful artist experience, and I asked national artist Alice Reyes, who was the producer
Nice.
and choreographer. She was the original Sita dancer. She wanted to shout out like all the artists who were in the audience, and she
Oh,
was
that's cool.
most interested about you because she's like, you
Oh.
mentioned that somebody was gonna watch, and some were directors, producers, designers, and then there was one more. What was it? A toy designer, and I didn't even know. I had to ask you because you are a toy designer, creator,
yeah.
and I had to ask you, ano nga ba yung official title mo?
Uh,
And she was so interested in it because it's nice to know that the arts community is evolving in that sense,
Yeah.
and you are making your name all over the world. So
thank you for that. I'm actually honored that you invited me.
did
to
you
be
know
there.
she didn't know you didn't hear her shout out pala, no? So I'm gonna have to look for the video of that and send it to you.
Oh, I think we were listening to that part, but I find it noble that you were what do you call that? Had this drive to invite all of us, including me.
Yeah.
So I'm very honored that you
No, I
made me
mean,
part of it.
it's
Thank you.
amazing to me that artists connect without having to explain, hey, I want to support you. Can you support me back?
Thank you for that. Thank you.
And you gave me this jacket that day.
Yes.
And just by chance, we met up outside Italiani's where my mom was having
Yeah, we were
late
having
lunch.
dinner at Texas Roadhouse.
And then you were shocked that I was wearing the jacket. I think you were
Yeah.
buying a cake.
Yeah, we just finished eating Texas Roadhouse. My sister ate like 6 breads. The Texas Roadhouse bread is really good. That's very addictive. She ate like 6 of them with the butter.
Do you want to
know,
say hi?
with the
Lourdes, Ludi.
I
Yeah, it's on. I can hear your voice.
I will, but I'm not gonna confirm or deny if I ate 6 of those buttery.
But it's really good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
It is. Wait, let us know how you are a part of the Quicks team. I can see that you're wearing a Quicks
Oh, yeah.
top. I have the
Always,
same
oh.
as a Quicks fan.
Thanks.
So I started just shipping for him, but as a
Mhm.
sister, I'm like, hey, you have to pay for my gas. Like, it can't be free because you're using my time and my gas, right? So that's when I started earning from him, and then
I
Oh.
see.
Since
So
we
you're
both-
officially part of the team.
yes,
Yes, yeah.
mostly I do PR, marketing, operations, and personal assistant also.
Yeah.
Like
We
I take
have
care
a
of my
same
brother.
back.
So
Ano eh, what do you call it?
Comtech.
Comtech.
yes,
So she actually went through a lot of companies too during her
Yeah.
time. She
so I entered
DMCI,
PLDT and Smart
uh,
because of my dad.
and DMCI too,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, so I worked with PLDT and Smart Talk and Tech. So my marketing background, I think, helps up to today.
Yeah.
Like I get to apply it every time we talk with partners.
Since
Plus, yeah, you give a stare whenever he says something wrong. You're like,
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Definitely, her advertising and marketing background is a crucial help for myself, since there's a lot of things that you have to consider in running a business.
right.
Such as
It's not
toys.
just the creative side. And I
Yeah,
think you've got
exactly.
that down.
So for me to concentrate on the art and the vision of the brand, I have to have help from my sister and my other partners who that's their main goal is to take away everything so I can concentrate on the
Mhm.
art and the vision.
There's also Carlo Mendoza.
Yeah, Carla Mendoza
Yeah,
is
it's
there.
funny
and
because I have a blockmate named Carlo Mendoza who's an award-winning DOP.
they know each other. They know
It's
each
crazy,
other.
no? But there's also a young actor. His name is also Carlo Mendoza.
But yeah, Carla Mendoza used to be from the theater.
Yes.
That's
That's
him.
right,
That's my
yeah.
partner. Yeah. Do you know him?
Ah, no,
personally?
no, no. Yeah, I've met him, but
Mm.
I mean, also, no, Carlo Mendoza, my Comtech classmate, was naman part of Five and Up.
5 and up. Yeah. Carla Mendoza is such a, what do you call that? Very common name. But I think the two Carla Mendozas know,
Know each other. And
Yeah.
there's also a chef, Carla Mendoza, that I met in Singapore, and she would feed me all the time.
Aw,
Shout out
that's
to
cool.
Carlo, and Carla Mendoza.
Carlo, and Carla. Shout out. Hello.
Yeah, so wait, going back to the reason why I met you, my cousin.
Mm.
You've encouraged him so much just by giving him all these tips today.
Yeah.
You've answered so many of his questions.
No worries. No problem.
But more than that, I'm just grateful because I saw in you
Mm.
all the possibilities I could not understand.
I see.
So
Even I didn't like predict that this would happen, but I'm here. So
yeah, I mean, all
unfortunate.
these possibilities, connections. I don't know how they happen. I guess it really is a good thing that your parents were super supportive from the very
I
beginning.
think so too. Yeah.
And it's also nice that, you have your business sense from Berkman's Sari Sari,
Yossi. Yeah.
Yossi,
Control.
what do they like to call it now? Supremacy.
Monopoly, I guess.
Monopoly and supremacy. The way you handle your business is the way you handle your business, diba?
Yeah, it was
So-
fun. I had fun doing that. One of my, what do you call that? Highlights of my college life.
Oh my gosh, Yael had a similar one. He used to sell, I think, stickers in the banyo until he was caught
cool.
and told not to
That's
do
cool.
it.
Why stickers in the CR? How
What
does
does
that?
it? This sounds like a stupid story, but yeah, something like that. So,
But I think that taught me a lot of things. How to
correct.
run a business.
yeah,
doing
and
that.
not to really get shut down like Yael's, because Yael's
Ah.
is
Yeah, you have to
short-lived.
take care of the people who you want to take care of you. That's why the security guards and the teachers were part of the network. So yeah.
Looking at your sister. Okay. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for taking the time. I am not a
Oh, you're welcome.
professional
Thank you as well.
interviewer as of now, but
Thank you as well. I'm honored that you chose me as one of your earlier guests.
this
So,
is my big
thank you,
leap
thank you.
forward, like into like really asking you. I mean, asking you alone is super jahe. I'm so jahe, guys. But this is me being makapal mukha. And I think one of the things I've learned from doing this podcast is my older language used to include the word scared so much.
nice.
So I'm trying to be more courageous, and I'm trying to just be inspired by people who are out there doing their thing,
Thank
doing
you.
their thing, being hip hop, but
Being
not
hip-hop
talking
and
this way.
And talking like a young kid. Hello.
Hello. So,
They always joke that
It-
joke about my
it's
voice.
okay. It's
Yeah.
cool. I mean,
But we
That-
also like admire you, of course, for like what they call it. My girlfriend would say like even if you're in that environment of being massa and rowdy and wild, you've always been classy and poised and yeah, we're very
it must
honored.
be the
that,
ballerina in me.
probably, yeah. But we're very honored that you've put attention to what we do, since not a lot of people know
I
about
don't
it.
even know why I'm so attracted to it. Like, I love it so much. I don't even understand. And I think that's the beauty of like art, diba? Like, I always get so intimidated by art. Like, it's so highfalutin. It's so it's so out of reach, out of my world. But
I guess.
you know, you've made it so fun. And again, it's not in a box. You know what I mean? Like, I can just
play with
like,
it.
take pictures, whatever. Like, put it near my food and make my own art shots. You even have your own sneakers, the one I'm wearing, and James Harden
Yeah.
is wearing a Quicks, and that's the Philippine flag. I have that as well.
And tech is like in the soul.
I see. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oo nga. Ayun,
semi-translucent.
ayun siya. I see.
Ever since we've done this, maybe siguro after a year, a lot of the bootlegs came out of Divisoria and out of like the Chinese websites.
Uh-huh.
And the pirated version is actually clearer. Like the bootleggers improved on the design that way.
Oh, there's the +63 over there.
Yes.
Oh, you put the date 6/26/19. It's here in the other side.
Yeah. This is the day that I signed with Adidas, so that's a special date for us.
Oh my God. You're getting the applause you deserve right
thank
now
you,
in our
thank
tiny
you.
room. But please
Thank you.
leave us with your words of wisdom. Like
Yeah.
a one-liner to make it easier. So we leave affirmations. Siguro to artists, kind of like my cousin, who
Yeah.
are starting out in a world that doesn't quite understand them. What do you have to say? So you're going to say your one-liner and I will
Yes.
repeat it with you.
Follow your passion and not trends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Follow your passion and not trends.
Yeah. It's like my number one rule for young artists who always ask me like how to make it.
Yeah.
And if you stick to the stuff that you love, all of your creations come out of you naturally. If you
Right.
stick to trends, in the first place, there's a reason why it's a trend.
Mhm.
So you're only eating the small portion of that market, as opposed to if you follow your passion and dictate the trend, you're the market. You know, you have the big chunk of it.
There's your Comtech right
Yeah.
there.
Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
thank you.
Quicks. Oh my
Thank
God. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we have stuff for you and Yael. Like
Oh, I have
Anna
to share
Tex
with you.
that-
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah, yeah.
gosh.
It's like
Anatech
RX63
RX63.
Gundam. So they're
63.
identical. So maybe one is for like
One
your
is
bag.
for the box. What do
Yeah.
you mean? I can hang it?
Oh yeah, it's actually plastic too, so you can throw that and it won't break. One for
No
your bag
throwing.
and one for display.
You guys can check out their toys this coming June 14,
Yes.
15, and 16. That's the Toy Con. Where will the Toy Con be held this
It's
year?
an SMX, and this year is actually another milestone for our brand because first, it's going to be the first time that we're collaborating with Pinoy icon and one of the biggest
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
food business franchises here in the Philippines. That's Jollibee. Yeah.
Right. Wow, that is a major step forward.
Thank you.
And he's beloved all over the world. I mean, it's one
thank
of
you.
those brands that I think Pinoys abroad, and we have a lot of Pinoys abroad, they just connect to home through Mr. B.
Thank
Right?
you. Yeah,
So
yeah. Very honored.
it's good that you'll be part of that somehow.
Thank you.
And I did see that. I just want to say that I saw it in one of your
Oh,
posts,
yeah, one
even
of
if you
the
didn't
people.
announce it yet. I
Yeah.
was just like, yeah, that's the new one. It was in your graffiti.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We did
yeah.
that. I did that as a teaser.
A
an Easter
teaser.
egg. Yeah.
So yeah, check out Quicks' work. The graffiti is on C6.
Yes.
What do we put on the pin? Something park. What was that park?
Lakeshore.
Lakeshore
Yeah.
Park.
TLC Park.
TLC
Lakeshore.
Park.
Yeah.
C6, yeah.
C6.
So you can hang out there with your family. Apparently, you don't need an umbrella. It's not that hot over there.
Very breezy, and there's also like food stalls there that they can like buy and enjoy beverages and stuff.
Yeah, and it's good
It's
for your
not a boring
Instagram. There's a lot of art.
Yeah,
Feed your soul with this art.
there were a lot of like foreigners from Japan, Canada, Mexico, Chile, and Germany and France who went in just for that event. And the stuff there, I guess I was telling my other friends too that I think this is one of the best international graffiti events that we've had so far in Manila.
Love it.
So if you want to see really great graffiti artwork, go to that place.
Yes, and I'm ordering my can of graffiti paint.
From Trip, Carrot Bombing, shoutouts.
Shout outs to you
Yeah.
guys. And with that, we close this episode of Case Drama.
Thank
Moving
you.
up in the world. Thank you, Quicks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Hey guys, thanks for listening. This is Karylle reminding all of you to follow Case Drama on Spotify. Click the bell for notifications.